Arm yourself with the knowledge of terms in the contract. I'll explain these in this video. Hello, I'm Frank Kenny with Living in Los Angeles South Bay, and today we're going to talk about common real estate terms. Whether you're a home seller or home buyer, chances are pretty good you'll come across some terms you are not familiar with. And that can be overwhelming, especially while going through one of the biggest transactions of your life with all the related documentation required to sell or buy a home. The good news is you don't need to be an expert on real estate jargon. That's your agent's job, and we'll do a great job of getting you through the documents. But getting to know these basic terms will help you feel a lot more confident throughout the process. Now, here are some terms every home buyer or home seller should know. Once you're familiar with this terminology, you'll have a better understanding of important details, from contracts to negotiations. So when those big conversations happen, you'll feel informed, in control, and able to make the best decision for your unique situation. Having a basic understanding of important real estate concepts before you start the buying or selling process will give you peace of mind now and could save you a fortune in the future. Here's a breakdown of a few key real estate terms and definitions you should know. First is the appraisal. This is a report providing the estimated value of the home. Lenders rely on appraisals to determine a home's value, so they're not lending more than it's worth at the time of the appraisal. Many buyers simply use the appraisal as a guideline and often choose to pay more than the appraisal, knowing values may still rise. Next is the contingencies. These are contract conditions that must be met, typically within a certain time frame or by a specific date. For example, a home inspection or an appraisal are common contingencies. While you can waive these to try and make your offer more competitive, it's generally not recommended. Next is closing costs. Closing costs are a collection of fees and payments made to the various parties involved in your home purchase. Ask your lender for a list of closing cost items, including attorney's fees, taxes, title insurance, and more. The largest closing cost is typically the lender fees. Then we have the down payment. The down payment varies by buyer, but is typically 3.5% to 20% of the purchase price of the home. There are even some zero down programs available, such as a VA or FHA loan. Ask your lender for more information on loan types that fit your scenario. Then we have escalation clause. An escalation clause is typically used in highly competitive markets. It's an optional add-on in a real estate contract that says a potential buyer is willing to raise their offer on a home by X dollars up to a certain dollar amount should the seller receive higher competing offers. The clause includes how much a buyer is willing to pay over the highest offer up to a maximum price. Then we have the mortgage rate. The mortgage rate or interest rate is what you pay when you borrow money to buy a home. Consult a lender so you know how it can impact your monthly mortgage payment. Next will be the loan pre-approval letter. This is a letter from a lender that shows what they're willing to lend you for your home loan. This, plus an understanding of your savings, can help you decide on your target price range. Getting this from a lender should be one of your first steps in the home buying process before you even start browsing homes online. I recommend asking the lender to provide you with an underwritten approval before you go shopping. This takes the pre-approval process to the highest pre-approval point and will help you beat out other home buyers. So what's the bottom line? Well, you don't need to have all these terms memorized, but a little knowledge goes a long way. Brushing up on the basics now means fewer surprises later and more clarity when you go to buy a home. What unfamiliar real estate term or phrase have you come across that wasn't on the list? When you work with us, we'll provide you with a document that explains these in all terms, especially the steps in buying or selling a home. It's laid out like a checklist of the process. Upon contacting us, we will meet you to discuss your plans and concerns and then create a comprehensive plan of action for the best selling or buying results. Please like and subscribe so you're guaranteed to get all of our helpful videos, and please feel free to share these useful videos with your family and friends. Well, this is Frank Kenny with Living in Los Angeles South Bay, and I'll see you on the next video.